guys, Koro Blind Wave. I'm Eric.
Rick.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we are back with Assassination Classroom. Or
Ask Class.
Ask Class. Last time on...
Ask Class?
What happened?
Lovro the Assassin.
Yes.
It felt like we were doing one of those ad-lib, mad-lib things, whatever. Anyway, sorry.
You
Yes,
hit a
Assassin.
Broadway star?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ask Class. No, we had...
Koro Sensei helps her show her worth to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And not just as a hot 20-year-old
Her other
assassin.
assets.
Yes, exactly.
Assets.
Her other assets.
Yeah. But we
Asset
also
class.
had a whole other, kind of like half of that episode too, right? Towards
What
the end.
happened there?
Didn't we have like a...
A new student.
Yeah, a
Koro
new
Sensei's
student.
brother.
Made me down myself for a second. I was like, wait, no, what was that another thing?
Meta Knight's joining the show?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mennonite.
He looked a lot like Meta Knight.
He has eyes like targets. You know? Kind of like in Chainsaw Man. The
Yeah.
character there had eyes like targets.
Yeah, that was like the brother. But like the brother was talking to someone who was in a robe and looked like Meta Knight.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that.
Sensei.
We also have a suit of armor for Koro Sensei. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, because he was going to stand still.
So
For
he could
1 second.
shoot him or
That-
stab him or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens next on Calvin.
Assassination class.
Damn it, Calvin!
He's playing... Oh, he has the same number on each. I was like, he's playing every member of the team.
That'd be funny.
Every position.
How do you run bases like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ugh.
I mean, if he's running bases, he's already won.
Yeah.
I feel like...
He
No one
sent
can
the
outthrow
ball
him.
into orbit and
Except
You're
for-
right. You hit
Itona.
it, he goes all the way around. He hits
Yeah.
it, he goes all the way around. You're right. Okay, never mind. Silly me. Interesting tentacle head.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, both biologically engineered, which we suspected.
Yes.
Different parents, does that mean different scientists, or does that mean different genetic materials?
I think different genetic materials. I
Yeah.
think they're brothers in that they are both... The scientists are the same,
Okay.
but they are probably from different people.
Yeah.
They're brothers in the sense they've both been enhanced that way. Like Boob Brothers.
Boob Brothers?
Yeah, boobs change you as men, and that gives you camaraderie.
Is that your boob brother? What's going on? You shut up?
I don't know.
We still don't know what Koro Sensei looks like under the robes.
True.
Yeah.
But I doubt it's a little
Dude.
human body with like
Well, yeah, I
tentacle
mean,
toes or something.
I
you
wouldn't
know?
say they were been modified in the exact same way.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
They have some of the same abilities. But I think there's a reason they kind of set it up so that he couldn't move around, right? Like,
Yeah.
if
Like
he's
I
able
don't
to,
think
he's not able to move at his full Mach 20,
Yeah.
you know, changing the entire landscape thing.
I
that he
don't
usually
think
does.
Itona is able to move that fast. I think the tentacles are able to move that fast.
Yeah,
And he himself can see fast enough to
yeah.
be able to use the tentacles
That's why his
effectively.
eyes are crazy looking.
But I think he still has to like run and jump at the same speed that a human body could.
Maybe.
Well,
Like he's
maybe.
His
he's
clear
like-
advantage. I was gonna say the clear advantage is that he can infiltrate and he can look
No, yeah.
normal, right?
Yeah.
he can look
That's the
normal.
big
he
thing.
can
That's the
be
big
surprising
like.
and
I'm,
everything.
I'm imagining that's probably the reason that one is stronger than the other. It's like, well, you have to have something to balance that out, right?
So like
Yeah.
when he came in from the rain, did he swat the rain away with his tentacles?
Yeah.
Or did he make an umbrella out of the tentacles?
And then
But he
flip
wasn't
them off.
wet, right? So, I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is he beat the school wall.
He did.
Victory was
I'm
his.
stronger than the wall.
Victory is mine.
I do like his personality.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Uh-huh.
It's very over the top anime, ridiculous.
It's very early Vegeta.
Yeah.
Why didn't...
Speaking of, can we find that? I want to find that shot. Aaron, go ahead. Why didn't what?
Why didn't, what was the Mr. Whatever his name, the guy in the white, right? Like, couldn't he have
Shiro.
been like,
Yeah.
couldn't he have hugged him? Or something? Left that as it.
Maybe.
As a, it's like, don't tell anybody this, and then
Yeah.
give it to someone else, have him hug him. Give it to the girl with the titties. You know? If he's
Yeah.
a boob guy,
You hug her.
have her wear these clothes that can kill him.
Although,
Like,
if she's
her titties
covered in
covered
those
in-
clothes, then it might not work.
No, you make clothes for her. You come in, you gotta have long sleeves, and then when she comes in, like, come here, he's like, oh, and then you just,
Like, would you like to motorboat? Brah! Get him.
yeah, like,
Okay, that's cool.
so I don't know.
It was.
So babies, yeah. That's Goku, and you can say Vegeta, but I'm gonna go Raditz because Raditz is Goku's brother.
Yeah.
And it's just the color of it too.
Yeah.
Vegeta has a different color. It's more Nappa Raditz coloring. So that was really funny. And this one, I don't recognize this one. The horse.
This looks like Fist of the North Star.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't recognize the holes in the chests. I don't know if that's a thing or if that's normal. Does he have them, or is that this character he's playing?
That would be my first guess.
Yeah.
There's one more.
I have no idea what this one is.
Huh.
Yeah. It has a chain.
I mean, the chain makes me think of Hunter x Hunter, but the clothing does not.
No.
Yeah, no.
So somebody will fill us in with some of those references. But I got one.
Yeah, Koro was pissed about those tentacles.
Yeah.
What? I mean, I wonder why. Is it some type of like...
I think it's got to be the personal connection that he has with that woman.
Yeah, they did show that again. I was thinking maybe something to do with like... Maybe something to do with those tentacles is extremely painful to experience, and he's angry that they put that on someone else.
Maybe.
You know? Like, how dare you, after you did this to me, do it to someone else?
Maybe they had to, like, sacrifice that woman to make the thing happen?
I don't know. A lot of possibilities. We got, like... We didn't get an answer. We got confirmation of something we already were pretty certain about, and then more questions. And, like, you want to know more answers? And you lean in. Like, yeah. It's like, well, you don't get them. It's fucking lost.
You gotta work for them.
You gotta work for them. You gotta wait.
My thought is, like, we have them being biologically engineered. Mm-hmm. Maybe the scientist who created him, like, maybe that's who died.
Yeah.
Like, he says parents and stuff like that, but, like, he might not actually have parents. Or it's just the way of him talking, right? Because the kids can relate easier saying that. But maybe he was created. Maybe he did fall in love with this person. Mm-hmm. But maybe she was killed by the organization or something along those lines, and it's like her research being used to create this guy, and that angers him.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? And maybe you have some connections that way, and that's why he has questions and wants to know. Because they also, they showed...
There's like 2 or 3 shots here that are really fast.
Yeah, but this is one of those moments of, like, that's the girl there, you know? Like...
So there's like
a girl on the floor. She has no tentacles.
A perspective of like a roof that's blown off, and like
then a silhouette of like a person with tentacle hair.
It looks like the perspective of the woman with the tentacle thing like kneeling over top of her.
But yeah, we saw his form before, and he was just this big black thing that looked like that the last time we saw this shot.
And that's like his tentacle hands.
So, and this could be a lab, or it could be anywhere really.
Sure.
So, like, my thought was, like, what if she, in her lab coatiness, right? Kind of looks like a lab coat that she's wearing.
Lab coatiness, I get it.
What if she is the person who, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, she created him, or was, part of the reason he came to exist at all, and didn't want to share, didn't want to work on other things, and maybe he blew up the moon angry at what happened?
Yeah, she could be, like, the only kind person to him, and, like, he broke free, went crazy, destroyed this place.
Yeah, Shiro...
She died in the process. Like, it seems like Itona has a problem with rage. Maybe Koro did at one point as well.
Well, Shiro also mentioned, like, what's the matter? Is it bringing up unpleasant memories? Like, he knows something more as well.
Like he's got to be involved.
He's intentionally trying to anger him.
He's triggering him.
To get him off his game.
Yeah. So, like, maybe the moon thing happened after she died?
I mean, I think
it's like a retaliation?
That's what I thought before, too, anyway.
Yeah.
I think this can kind of align with that really well.
And Meta Knight. Dang. Shiro has a pressure ray as well. So, like, does he have that because he was one of the scientists who made him, and therefore he knows his weaknesses?
And they were very aware of his weaknesses.
Yeah. Like, they had studied him a great deal.
But he didn't know anything about him or Shiro's real identity. Granted, he didn't see his face.
Well, yeah, is that one of the reasons he's costumed like that?
And the weakness of the tentacles was the same for the hair.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot of similarities. Like, they are brothers, not because they were made by the same people or whatever, but because they're made from the same way. Or something. Or maybe the same genetic material or something like that.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
When Koro Sensei's pissed, he's scary.
He is very scary.
He is. Like, I felt like he's sometimes for real scary, and then faking scary. Like, I feel like when he threatens the Earth, I don't believe him. But whenever he was talking about, like, where did you get those tentacles? That felt real to me.
I still felt pretty scared when he was threatening the Earth here. Like,
well, no,
there's just something about him. Like, there's not much to show on his face, but just the little slight stuff they did with his teeth. It's like, ugh. Yeah.
I think that's more like a teaching moment for the kids. Is like, I know you guys are all having fun and games and stuff like that. Like, this is a better experience than you would be getting from a regular human teacher in Class 3E. Mm-hmm. But I'm still the bad guy in this situation. You guys need to be studying harder, so that.
Sure. Or he was just wanting to move on and get them focused on something else that's not him because he already felt embarrassed.
Maybe.
Very embarrassed.
You know? Maybe it was just a matter of, like, move topics on.
Mm-hmm. But isn't he being serious and thus causing himself more embarrassment?
Not if he's not being serious. Like, if he's being serious, it's different than when he's really serious, you know? I mean, that's also in the impression, like, is he really planning on blowing up the Earth? Or is that just a threat to get to the end goal, whatever that is, you know? And if it is, then he's always acting whenever he does that. So even though it's serious, it doesn't dwell on him like everything else does because it's not really serious to him. But he's the only one that knows that.
Well, what those kids know is that they don't want someone else to come in and kill him.
Yeah.
They like him so much that they want to be the ones to kill him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like it's like, I don't know.
Well, it's just a combination of effort, too, in some ways.
Like, you don't want somebody to come in and, in day one, do what you haven't been able to do through hard work and perseverance for the better part of a year.
It's like the vulture. You don't want to put in 90% of the work and then have the vulture swoop in and solve the case.
Yep.
The Spider-Man villain?
Nope. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh.
He comes in, takes your case, and then gets all the credit.
Yeah.
He also can get a big head.
He can, with the humidity.
Yeah.
He soaks up water.
Yeah.
Like that.
And Itona can get black tentacles.
When he's
very
angry.
He changes colors too.
Yeah,
so
I
like
know.
tentacles changing colors, I don't think to me means too much, except for maybe emotional. Right?
Like Koro is the black creature here, I assume, and he's all black.
Yes and no. I mean, just looking at like the color of this, I can tell that it's meant to be yellow skin there.
Sure.
If you change the white balance, and the other shot might just be a artistic shadow thing.
That part there doesn't tell me that he can also change to black, but we've seen him change colors in general.
Yeah, like he turns pink, he turns the green and yellow.
And it typically refers to emotions and stuff. So
normally his
this
head,
is just a different kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he changes his whole body skin when he has to pretend to be human.
Yeah, true.
So he changes like all of that. So there's nothing to say that the rest of them can't. But the only thing that Itona has is just the hair tentacles, you know?
Yeah.
So that stuff might change also based on the way. His wasn't like necessarily, it might not have been anger. I mean, it might have been some anger, but it was also like, I don't know, you're saying I'm weak, I'm going to beat you kind of thing. And he just.
Well, that's also an octopus or squid thing, right? Like they can do that.
They can do a lot of camouflage.
It makes sense
stuff,
that the tentacles could do it, or if Kuro's closer to that, all of him could do it.
I just wonder, like, you know, they had Shiro say, like, when he gets pushed too far, then he goes genocide, and that's when the black tentacles came. I just wonder if there was something along the lines of, like, well, he's not allowed to use that power or that tentacle or something.
Well, yeah, like if he's the brother,
he immediately took him out too.
Like, could he also just destroy the Earth, or is he that powerful? Like,
well, they said that he's an order of magnitude less powerful, right?
Well, that's what Koro Sensei assumed because he didn't know about the tentacles yet.
Yeah. Well, the kid said, like, I only fight people stronger than me or whatever, by the idea of how strong or how less strong.
Didn't he also say, like, you might be stronger than me, but I'm more clever?
Yeah, well, yeah, Koro Sensei said that too.
At the end.
Yeah.
So he might actually be stronger than him, maybe, but...
Maybe.
I mean, that would be the only reason for Itona to not fight him then, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we've established that I am more powerful, you are lesser powerful, thus I am, like, at the top of the pyramid or whatever, but I can learn from you.
Yeah. No, I mean, and the clever thing is, I mean, that's what teaching these kids is about, really. It's not about making them the best assassins. If it was, they would give them something killable. But it's something that's not killable, so the only thing you can do is just make them clever. So it's an interesting way to teach kids. I just don't know why we're doing all this. Like, why he's done this. Why he destroyed half the moon.
I don't know.
I think we will figure it out.
In this season?
I think so.
I hope so. I want to know.
Or we don't. And the world gets destroyed.
That's how it is.
Could be.
Thanks, guys, for watching our reaction to Ask Class. Do these answers come? We don't know. But maybe we know 4 episodes from now, which you can see our reactions to right now. We're at patreon.com/blindwave. Also, make sure you're subscribing so you can catch out Ask Class, Naruto. There's a lot of good stuff coming out all the time. So subscribe.